In this video, we're going to look at adding movies and also audio if you wanted to do that for your site. There's a couple of things you need to think about when adding a video or audio, and that's that there are different file formats. And you have to think about what format your video or music file is, and then check and see if that works with WYSIWYG. So I'm going to look at doing a couple of different formats so you get a bit of an idea. To start with, I'm going to put in some music. To do that, I'm going to go to the Media button. I'm going to click on Media, which you'll find on the left hand side, and as always click and drag to the screen. Once I've done that, I can right click or double click to open up the properties. Now all I simply need to do is browse to where my audio file is saved. Now your audio file should be saved in your WYSIWYG folder with all your pictures, so I'm just going to hit browse, and I've got mine saved on the desktop at the moment. Now the file is called flashrain.mp3, so the file format is an MP3 format. Before I select that, if you look down the bottom here, it says here files of type. Now these are the audio files that you'll actually be able to use. So if I click on that little arrow there, you'll see all the files that you would be able to use for audio. If yours is different to this, it will not work. This is also the same way we put in movie files. So you'll notice that there's movie and video, and we'll do those in a moment. So I'm just going to leave that as audio file. I'm going to go open and OK. Now that's not going to do anything until we preview the site. So I'm going to click on preview. And once it opens up in Mozilla, that song plays. And you'll see there that you have a little control panel, so you can play, pause, you can make it louder or softer, and fast forward if you wish. So I'm going to minimize that and delete that. So that there was adding in music. So you could have 5 or 6 songs on one page if you wanted. You might have a song per page and a different link. I'm going to click on the same button, Media, this time to put a movie in. So I'm going to click and drag, double click, browse, and this time instead of audio files, I'm going to select movie files. Now you'll notice that movie files have certain file formats, video files have different file formats. So you need to choose the one that you're going to be using. I'm going to be using an MPG file, so I'm going to select movie files. And I'm going to open my clip. Once again, I'm going to say OK. Now for the video file, I need to actually enlarge my screen to whatever size thereabouts the video will be so I can see the whole thing. So I'm going to click on preview. And the video plays. And once again, you have options there where you can change the volume, you can fast forward, and different things like that. That goes back over there. So my video file, I could also do a QuickTime. So you can go to Media to do an MPEG file like I did, or you can do an AVI if you have one of those, or you can go to QuickTime for an MPEG movie as well. Now you may find that when you put a video in, when you go to play it, it will not work. It will say that you need a plugin. If that's the case, you'll need to download the plugin from the internet. So I'll show you what I mean. I'll double click on the video, and I'm going to change it to, I've got an AVI file, so I'm going to go to videofiles.avi, and this is also on my desktop. I'm going to select the video, but when I go to preview, it will not work. So the video pops up, but it says you need a plugin to play. So what you'll need to do is click on install missing plugins, and it will search the internet for the plugin that is required. If it does not find the plugin, then you're probably going to have to convert your video or find a different video to play on your website. Okay, the next thing I'm going to show is putting in some flash. Now we've done a video, we've done music. The last thing you might want to put on your website is a little animation that you have. So to do that, you go to the flash button, you click on that, you click and drag, and as always double click or right click properties. Now here, you actually get a few extra options. You can say you want to auto start the animation, you want to loop it, and you can play around with the quality and the scale if you want to border, things like that. I'm going to click browse, and I've got an animation here called Soccer Mania. Now the Flash will only play files that are .swf. So if you know anything about Flash, that's just the normal file format. So I'm going to double click, OK, and preview it, and you'll see how that quickly went around. That's just a very old animation that a student years ago made. So that is playing an animation in Flash. It's a good idea to put music or movies or animations on your website. Be careful for things like movies about the file size. You don't want a video clip that's very big, because like a picture, it'll take a long time to load and it'll become very hard to play your website.